Lord, I feel defeat. I feel I've just walked my last mile, so I'll rest here for a while. I'm hiding from the street. I've been to church, Lord, I've been to school, but I couldn't find you there. So I defied them, I broke all the rules. I just didn't seem to care when I couldn't find you there. Oh Lord, I've been a fool. I wanna fly like a free bird fly. There's a blue sky calling me. And I know that I'll always be in the shelter of your smile. You were with me all the while, waiting patiently. Some call it karma, some folks call it fate. They say one day you'll understand. When you're down, it's all one big mistake. Lord, I finally understand. You can take me by the hand and lead me on your way. I wanna fly like a free bird fly. There's a blue sky calling me. Then I know that I'll always be in the shelter of your smile. You were with me all the while, waiting patiently. I wanna fly like a free bird fly. There's a blue sky calling me. 'Cause then I know that I'll always be in the shelter of your smile. You were with me all the while, waiting patiently. In the shelter of your smile, you were with me all the while, waiting patiently. All right, welcome back to my rec room. This program is called Stay Safe at Home, so I hope you all are safe at home. We're safe here. I'm only allowed 2 guests in my house according to the provincial COVID rules guidelines, and here are my 2 guests. This is my brother Don Ranville, going to play his drum here tonight for you guys, and my brother Wally Ranville, bass guitar. So yeah, these are the guys I started with back in Eddystone. Well, we started together. It's been, I don't know, half a century. And here we are, back here again, together for you guys here tonight. It's fun. We're going to do, I guess, about 4 songs that I've written. So the way I wrote them was right on my acoustic guitar, so you're going to get them raw. And with the guys backing me up here, you're getting the full band, so you're getting an acoustic version of the songs that you guys are going to be listening to on the records. This is off the new album called Spirit Rising. The song is on the National Aboriginal Top 40 right now, on its way to number 1. We don't know how long it's going to take to get there, only know that it's going to get there. So you guys got to call in and request Love of the Game.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Na 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 na. Hey hey hey. Na 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 na. Hey hey hey. Love, it's a burning fire, going higher. Ain't no hiding it. And love, it's a bold desire, burning higher, no denying it. And love's got me holding out longer than I can hold on. It's love, well, the endless highway, 1,000 miles from our home, keep rolling on forever, nothing left but skull, skin and bones. And his love got me holding out longer than I can hold on. Na 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 na. Hey hey hey. Na 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 na. Hey hey hey. This highway goes on forever with no end in sight. I know it's got the best days of my life. Na 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 na. Hey hey hey. Na 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 na. Hey hey hey. It's not the losing or the winning, but love of the game. Headstrong rebel cowboys still running against the grain, but now we're playing for our lives and fighting the good fight. Na 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 na. Hey hey hey. Na 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 na. Hey hey hey. Na 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 na. Hey hey hey. Na 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 na. Hey hey hey.
2, 1, 2, 3.
It could last forever, so they say. The feeling that you get when you're gone away. Some guys run out easy, not a lot to say. They could last forever and a day. Lord, our love has stood the test of time. Never thought you'd treat me so unkind. Summer turned to winter, not a lot to say. They could last forever, coming down. The body shakes and aches with every sound. You pull down all the shades, hope the world will go away. They could last forever and a day. Time stands still, you think you never will. And through the empty hours of the night, with sunlight in your eyes and more time to kill, a day could last forever and a day. A day could last forever and a day. All right, so welcome back. We hope you all enjoy the songs that we played for you guys here tonight. Songs that I've written, and this is the Stay Safe at Home program. I hope you guys are all staying safe and practicing all the safety rules in these days of COVID. We hope that you guys are all washing your hands a lot all day long. Soap and water, 20 seconds, all that stuff. Yeah, and distancing, social distancing. Make sure you're staying at least 40 feet apart. Well, maybe not 40, but 6, 8 feet, just so we're not all breathing the same air, and in case one of us are the guy, you know what I mean? So what else do we got on the area of safeties? We're gonna do the last song here. We're gonna unmask and play for you a song that I wrote. And this one's off the Last Ride album, which was not our last ride, which some folks were thinking. It's just the song is called Last Ride, so don't you guys panic. We're going to be around for a while. Another 30 years, and then maybe we'll think about settling down a bit. But anyways, yeah, so it's called Living Free, and we've definitely been living free. Here's a song called Living Free.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So you carry your paper sack 1 mile over, 2 miles back, and I pray that you look my way. Now I'm walking, I'm looking back, tuck my hair in front of my hat. I pray that you won't look away. Save my money, I'm coming back, moving away from this paper shack. I pray that you'll come with. Time I made up my mind, hope I'm not wasting your time. I pray that you'll see it my way. But if you want to spend your life staying at home, a poor man's wife with me, I share with you this heart of gold, even though growing old will be living. I ain't got a dime, went and laid it all on the line. I pray that you'll forgive me. I made it all 10 times before you get right out the door. I pray you won't be leaving me. Well, if you want to spend your life staying at home, a poor man's wife with me, I share with you this heart If you want to spend your life staying at home, a poor man's wife with me, I share with you this heart of gold, even though growing old will be living free. If you want to spend your life staying at home, a poor man's wife with me, I share with you this heart of gold, even though growing old will be living free. All right, hello again. It's Errol here at in my rec room for the program Stay at Home Safe, and we hope you're all safe at home, and we want to encourage you all to practice the safety rules, COVID rules. Make certain you wash your hands as much as you can during the day, soap and water, 20 seconds at least, and also wear your masks and be really careful of your social distance from others when you're out and about, since we're able to go in the malls and stuff like that now. We just want to make certain that we're not bumping into people and we're not getting into other people's airspace. So this is the part of the program where we're supposed to be walking around our neighborhood, but we're going to walk around the neighborhood right here because it's too cold outside. We're going to do some rap here just amongst ourselves. I'm going to ask the guys questions. They're going to ask me a couple of questions, and hopefully we'll cover some interesting information for you all. First of all, Don, starting with you. We just played the song Love of the Game. Love of the Game is on the National Aboriginal Top 40. It's the first single from our new album, Spirit Rising, which will be out sometime this year. Speaking of Love of the Game and the longevity of the band, what would you like to share with us?
Well, we've been traveling for some 50 years, and the love of the game is what we do, and we continue to do that. I feel we don't have any way of slowing down, so with the love of the game, we will be there.
Nice. All right, so we'll move on to Wally here. Wally, you were away from the band for several years there, doing your own thing, running your own band, learning how to run a band from when we all learned to run the Seaweed Band, and then coming back into the Seaweed Band. I just wanted you to share some your thoughts about how you feel about that whole process.
Oh, geez, that's a long story, but yeah, I got to enjoy a certain amount of success too, with running the Freebird Band. I had some advantages because of the experience we had with Seaweed Band, and just being there, and then getting the other guys involved, from the Seaweed Band, and so that was an interesting, fun little run. But and then coming back together with the original Seaweed Band, us three guys, and Clint, and we had Paul Hampton on the keyboards. That was exciting, very exciting, big. It was a difference too. The big difference is traveling with the Seaweed Band, because I liked, the prestige of the name that was built. Errol, you traveling on your own for a while and with some of the guys, some of the Seaweed guys, but we enjoyed a lot of success back in the day, and we had some fun running the Freebird Band, and back together again. Yeah, that was there's definitely a difference, but it's the same similarities, but wow, it's just good to be back in that groove again.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoying, having a hell of a good time. So, yeah.
Love the game.
Okay, so thanks, Donna. Speaking as the leader of the group and keeping the name out there all through the years, what's going to happen now? I just made some notes for myself. I mentioned the new album, Spirit Rising, and just the fun of writing the songs for the new album, and we're getting together here and recording whenever we get a chance, and having the new single out on the radio already. It's exciting. Where do we go from here? I also got a book coming out called Run as One, My Story, Arrow Manville. So, of course, I'm talking about these guys throughout the whole book because we've been kind of stuck together all through the years, and it's been a wonderful experience. It's fun to write about. It really is. I mean, it's quite the story. And we're also now got some serious money from Canada Council for the Arts, and they've given us cash to do a screenplay for the movie adapted from the book Run as One. So that's a lot of work. That's a whole different thing from writing the book. The screenplay, you got to set up the scenes. It's really involved, but it's fun work. It's going to take a while, probably maybe 6 to 9 months before we'll have the screenplay done. And then most of all, touring for the new album. I think that's what we're going for now. So we're looking forward to when COVID gives us a little bit of relief and we can get back on the road again. So I think that's what we enjoy the most is the actually traveling and then showing up in the communities and meeting people or seeing people that we've knew for the last 50 years. Some of the folks are still around like we are, and it's fun to reconnect and meet some new fans as well. So that's a little glimpse of where. I'm just going to say quickly, the Seaweed Band show consists of well, no, that's another question. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'll move on and ask Wally to share some thoughts with us. The recording process, Wally. The two albums, Going the Distance, back in 82, I guess, or 83. And then this Last Ride album. The two albums that you actually were hands-on working on, you were responsible for the end result. It was your sound. You mixed it with the engineer. We stayed away. We let you do your thing. So, what was that experience like? Without giving your secrets away, of course. But how do you identify the Seaweed Band sound, and what's your part in creating that?
Well, we wanted to have a certain sound. We were after a certain sound. We liked some of the recordings that were happening back in those days, in the 80s, and we just wanted to see what we get, come as close as have that idea. And there was a lot of energy in those mixes. We wanted to capture that in our recording. So, yeah, I mean, I had a lot of help too. A lot of, I was just learning the game and sound recording, mixing, mix downs like that. I think we mixed that album Going the Distance 3 times. And spent a lot of hours, over 1,000 hours, and those hours didn't come cheap either those days, eh? But yeah, we managed to get the rhythm section really out front. A lot of drum sound, kick drum, and bass and so on. And,
that's what it was. We were traveling with a big sound system at the time, and that's our shows was made up of big sound. That's the sound that we wanted to keep in the studio, in the recording. Yeah, I agree.
Again, when we did the Last Ride album. We, again, try to capture as much of that energy as possible to put across in the, in the overall sound. And it took a while again but it does take time, and we spend a lot of time and doing it. Again, had a lot of help, from Paul Hampton, the patience of Paul Hampton when we were doing that. And same thing, our engineer, Ralph Watts, back in the days of Going the Distance. And can't say enough about Craig Fotheringham, the main producer of the album. And we all can all agree that we learned so much from that guy, and in the studio and on the road, on the stage. So he sure helped in cleaning up the sound. We were pretty raw, back in the day, and then he kind of
Refined it.
it and coached us and guided us. I just give, I think we owe a lot of credit to the producer, Craig Fotheringham. And, we had, it was an awesome experience. Everything, the traveling, we learned a lot. I think, I guess I can say we come a long way too, so can boast that, but we were there, we did it.
All right, way to go, Wally. I have to say that yes, the name Craig Fotheringham is a huge name in the story of the Seaweed Band. The whole culture of the Seaweed Band, and we were forced to grow. I think it kind of forced us to mature as players and as people, and all right, Craig, way to go, Craig. So Don, what was I going to ask you on your second question here? I guess the playing the traveling, we kind of covered that already, but playing the live shows, traveling, or doing this kind of a thing, playing for the camera and virtual concerts in the days of COVID, or recording in the studio. What do you think does it for you the most?
Well, traveling with the band and doing shows in the communities, like you said, and but you gotta record, so the recording part is very important as well, and the media for getting our videos out there, so that the people that we don't play for can see the videos, watch the videos with the band. But playing live is my favorite, and that's what I do, like I said, and that's me.
I think I'll have to agree with you 100%.
It's a love of the game, yes.
The love of the
sure.
game is
Yeah,
just
for sure.
traveling, and I heard somebody say or crack the remark, Seaweed Band, holy man, those guys have been around a long time. They should go away. And my answer to that is, maybe so, but if the demand is still there, and if we're still getting the calls for shows, I want to show up, and I want to go to the shows, whether we should be going away or not. But I just want to play the shows.
We just want to play,
that we get calls for. So, Wally's got a question for me here.
So, Errol, you had the opportunity to travel with some of the best players, across from everywhere. The local guys, really good players, awesome. That must have been an experience too. And I saw a couple of the shows happen. It was great sound. And then was the break. And then we got these guys together again. All of us, the original Seaweed Band guys. How was that? What importance was that? How did that come across to you, with you? in your?
Well, that's I thoroughly enjoy answering that question because there's no comparison. I mean, playing live music, you got to connect with a live audience. But first of all, you have to get some emotion and passion going on the stage. And it's got to come together, and you have to deliver it with the energy like you're talking about. And so the difference being, I think it's the same thing for any one of us, you know, the difference being back together, us brothers, we started together in the bush, you know, and we took this thing, you know, all the way to the Juno Awards and, excuse me, halfway around the world, Europe, China. We took this thing, you know, where we took it now when we played together with Clint, and Paul plays, you know, everything that Craig played. He mimics everything that Craig has done, and he does it very well. He's an amazing player. And that's getting together, I guess it's the feel of what we had, you know, before, during, and now. It's a buzz, and the people share it with us, you know. They see us together, and they see us having fun. They see us, they can feel us connecting, and the energy that we have. It's having shared a common experience. We went to the top together, and so now when we play, we go back there and we draw from that experience, because if I'm playing with, you know, I enjoyed playing with the young guys from Saskatchewan, for example, you know, Jay Ross, Mitch Daniel, Lizard, you know, and those guys, your son Mikey, Corny. Those were good times. I had a lot of fun. But we didn't have at that time the same experience of what we had, you know, in the beginning and during, when we were building the name, the brand, Seaweed Band. So now getting together, and as far as having the great players, you know, I was going to say that we, you know, the Seaweed Band concert, there's roughly about 13 songs that we play that kind of define the Seaweed Band. Evangeline, High and Dry, Loving You, Playing My Favorite Song, Magic in the Music, Bringing Home the Good Times, Pickup Truck Cowboy, Rodeo Cowboys, I Want to Fly, Run as One, Janine, and then Clint's Fiddle. Those, you know, that's basically what we have to play. So once we've learned our parts, and we've played these songs, you know, thousands of times already, so it's not like we need to be virtuoso players in order to play each one of our parts that we play in those 13 songs. So we can concentrate on other things, because we know the songs. We don't have to learn them. We don't have to practice them. Well, we should be practicing them, I guess. But you know, what I'm saying is that we can deliver so much more than just the playing when we do live concerts. And I think that's what, for us, we say, you know, what's your favorite part? Well, going on the road, playing the shows. Of course it is, because we
that's what we do.
We get to relive it again, yeah. So anyways, that's some of the stuff, the notes that we made that we were going to share with you guys tonight. That Stay Safe at Home program. To wind it up, I guess, you know, what we want to talk about a little bit, and it's a question for each one of us. Maybe I'll get you to answer it first, Wally. No, I know there's no real answer to this question, but I guess you can speculate, you can hope, and you can, you know, maybe even you know, make a prediction, or whichever way you want to look at it. But what the question is, the end game. The Seaweed Band has been around for 100 years, and we've made a lot of music, and we've done a lot of things that you know, that a lot of people just dream of. And so I guess what I'm asking, or what we're going to try and say to these people here tonight, is what do you see as being the end of the Seaweed Band?
Well, the end. Well, I guess when, you know, I think the way of my feeling is that we may as well just keep going, you know, keep going right to the end. I mean, I look at even the greats, think about the greats, the guys that gone before us and are still going, our heroes.
Roger Waters.
Yeah, when we saw that concert, 73 years old and he's still rocking. Look at the Rolling Stones, the guys we look up to, and they're still going. Look at the guys in the country scene, so yeah. So until as long as our health holds out, we're professional enough to know, how to take care of our health, and we all do. We're all conscious of it, and we know the importance of doing it for the people, because and especially I'd like to get the message and the basic message out to the young generations. There's probably 2 generations after us, all across the board, across the country, and to be able to show them, and maybe even get a chance to talk with them, tell them, how it was, what we've been through, what started with a dream back in the country, back in Eddystone. Each one of us individually, we had this dream, and then we didn't know where we were going, what was gonna happen, but we developed this passion and this camaraderie again, this spirit, one guy speaks for all and all speaks for one, that principle. Mm-hmm. We were a strong team. We had the experience. We gained a lot of knowledge along the way, and it's just to be able to pass some of that on, and whoever is interested. There's a lot of young guys out there, young gals, young musicians.
I never thought about the seaweed band ending, really, but I thought about me ending a lot of times. But I'm here to try and play as much as I can, as I'm able. I know I can't play like I used to play, but I want to play. I want to be here, and I think that's important to me. And as far as the seaweed band, they're very important to me as well. So I don't think about those guys ending yet. I mean, we think about we talk about the Rolling Stones and we talk about Kiss and how they do their farewell concerts, and they come around again the next year doing this revival concert or another farewell concert. But that's the way it is. That's the way it is for the industry. And these guys, they think the same. We all think the same. We're all getting older, but we don't want to quit. We don't want to stop. We can't stop. So we just keep going. We just don't think about it. Love of the game.
Love of the game.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's a very, very interesting question. How does it end? How does it wrap up? What's most important? And when I think about, I just want to keep playing. I'm the same. Like we're all in the same boat. As long as there's a demand for the seaweed band, I would like to deliver those goods, to far places, wherever, But the other thing too is we went through our teenage years, our 20s, 30s, when we were younger, and the party was on, and just getting out there and having fun. And then we kind of matured into a place where we were most concerned about our career, and the next album and how we can take our career further, and become even more famous than we already are.
I think I'll write my book. I think I'll write you a book.
But now, at our age now, I think we've passed into a zone where other things are important. And like Wally's saying, the importance of what we've done, as a group and as a family, as in music and otherwise, it's worth to do what we can to pass it on to the youth and to the Nietzsche communities, that supported us all through our lifetimes, and fed us and clothed us, we always had a gig in the Nietzsche communities across the country. So it's really important now, I think, I've been kicking around the idea of a school tour, bringing it out there in a conference fashion, where we spend a couple days in the community. We do workshops, music workshops. We teach the kids, how to set up the gear right from loading it off the bus and trailer or truck or whatever, and plugging it all in, setting it all up, and then of course ending it with a full-scale concert. And I think that when schools have their day, they go out for the day for what do you call those?
Outings.
Outings, school outings. It's kind of similar, except we're bringing it to them. And we bring the whole idea to them. And of course, the other thing is the book. I'm so happy that I wrote this book, my own story. And now that I've done it, and now that I've been involved in the whole process of writing, I really am looking forward to working with these guys, and doing a second book of the Seaweed Band. And it's hard to connect it to, Errol Ranvo. I mean, my life has been the Seaweed Band, so, and same with these guys, So I think that's important as well, because then we tell a story, a success story, and hopefully it helps someone out there. If we help one person, half a dozen people, kids out there in the communities, then it's worth it. So it's about music, of course. We want to play. We enjoy playing music. The other one is to getting into the prisons, where the young people, made some mistakes and they got chewed up into the legal system, and they're stuck in there now. It would be nice to bring those guys a message of hope and a message of success, and bring it directly to them and look them in the eye and say, hey. It's not over. This doesn't define you. You're going to do better than this. This is just a temporary thing. You'll get out of this, and here's what we have to suggest to you. So I think that part makes it really, really, gives me new energy. I want to get that done so much more now that we're here. So I think music, message, and like Wally says, go till we can't go anymore. We're always going to be the Seaweed Band. So, want to say thank you to the folks out there that dropped by to my rec room this evening for this show. Stay safe at home. I hope that we've brought something interesting, something fun, and some musical enjoyment to you guys out there tonight. And we hope to see you out there again on the road because we love to play.
That's right.
Good night.